Let there be light. Welcome, brothers and sisters, my fellow citizens of the Republic of Zambia, to today's talk on the Light of Zambia channel. I'm your usual host, Procurious Mwape, Light of Zambia President. So today I'll be discussing the topic I've entitled, Zambia has no shortage of leaders, but ideology. So why have I entitled this video by that name? Well, it's all because of the number of people that have presented themselves to run for presidency in the Republic of Zambia. We have a lot of them. I've even lost count. Now, when we look critically at all these people, when we properly analyze all these people, I think you can agree with me when I say that all of them are running on the same ideology, which is to maintain democracy, representative democracy that we have today, and maybe try just to do a few things differently from what the current political party is doing. Now, that is my problem, because I have come to a conclusion that democracy is the culprit behind our suffering. To those of you who are honest enough and who are analytical enough are able to agree with me on that one. Democracy is the mode of governance that is there to promote what would be called neocolonialism. What that means is we have people from outside our borders who are able to control our economics here in our country. And these are the people that are running our mines. Remember, our major source of income as a nation is from the mines. It is from our minerals, our natural resources. So if this major income generator is in the hands of foreigners, then we have no chances of improving our economic situation. That's why I'm saying all these other political parties and their political leaders who are saying we can rule Zambia in a better way. And remember, some of these people that are coming up or coming forward wanting to be voted as presidents are people that have been in government before. That means they had a chance to improve the situation for the Zambian people. How is it that they failed to implement the ideas that they have? Or why didn't they advise the president then that this is the best way we can run our economy so that the poorest of our people are able to benefit and uplift their living standards? You see, so that tells me that these people who are coming forward, the majority of them, their only interest is to enrich themselves. That's why it will not be surprising to see us again complaining even after changing government in 2026. Because I think it's more like we are running in the same circle. We are running in the same circle. We are not heading anywhere else. That's why I'm saying we have people that are putting themselves forward as leaders. But these people are ideologically impotent. They don't know what it is that can pull us out of poverty. All they want is to be the top man and be the one who is calling the shots in all directions. Now, that's not what we want. I think we've suffered for too long. This is 61 years of being independent as a nation. Why are we still poor? And we are poor not because I'm saying we are poor, but because the world has recognized us to be a poor nation. So it's not a question of whether our economy is performing or it's not performing. It's a fact, it's a well-known fact, universally known, that Zambia is a poor nation. Now, the surprising thing is we are called that poor, and yet we have a lot of natural resources with us. Why can't we use those natural resources to benefit us, to enrich ourselves so that we uplift our living standards? So the reason why we cannot afford to do that is the model of governance that we are using, namely representative democracy. This system is not a good system for Bantu people. That's why in the Light of Zambia movement, we are saying let us go back to Ubuntu model of governance, which is a mix of traditional leadership and direct democracy, not representative democracy. Now, I have a very short time to make this video, so I'm not going to go into the details of these two systems, but I've done a lot of videos and articles on the Light of Zambia channel, both on YouTube and Facebook. If you have time, please go there and read further or watch further about these to ideologies, especially on the Ubuntu model of governance, because you need to properly understand what it is and what it is able to offer. So, democracy itself has failed us because of neocolonialism that goes intertwined with it. Remember that the one who controls the economics of the nation is the one who controls the political and social order of the nation. So, as long as we do not wake up to that fact, then we will change governments, we'll change presidents as many times as we want, and nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to improve. That's why we are saying we have to get the fundamentals right first. And these fundamentals we're talking about are the model of governance. That is very key. Then the second one is natural resource nationalization. Now, there are those of our brothers and sisters who say, no, we've been through this path of nationalizing natural resources and we failed to handle our natural resources properly. Yes. I mean, the dynamics and the environment of Kenneth Kaunda are completely different from the dynamics and the environment that we are in today. The global economy has grown. We have a lot of people that are looking for natural resources. And the situation is simply different. It's not the same as that of Kenneth Kaunda. So today we are better off. We have more graduates who are able to run these mines. We have more economies, developed economies that would consume our natural resources. For example, copper. You can take it wherever and it will be bought. So it's not something that we cannot achieve, that we can nationalize these natural resources and be able to benefit from them and run them efficiently. However, we can only do so under a better and functional model of governance, which I'm calling Ubuntu model of governance. So, brothers and sisters, we have a lot of presidential candidates. Some are even telling you openly to say they have no plan, you see, on how to better the economy of the nation. But they are depending on you to help them devise this plan. And I'm saying that is not what we are looking for in a leader. A leader is one who is able to devise a plan by himself, of course with the help of a few others. But this plan must be born in a leader even before they present themselves forward to you, so that you people must only be there to support their idea and maybe better it, improve it a bit, than you being the ones to develop that plan. Because then, what if you do not participate? What if you do not have a plan you yourself? How then are we going to better the economy of Zambia? Do you see? So, let us stay away from these leaders. Let us not look at the stature. Let us not look at how well to do somebody is, how articulate somebody is. What we need more is an ideology, a set of plans on how to emancipate the economy of Zambia. We've been in poverty for too long, and we cannot continue being so, because what future are we preparing for our children? So, brothers and sisters, the ideology that can work well for the people of Zambia is that of Ubuntu model of governance. Once this system is entrenched in Zambia, it is deployed and well entrenched in Zambia, I can assure you that we will be able to nationalize natural resources like many other countries have done in the world. They have nationalized their natural resources. These natural resources, or their natural resources, are being manned by state-owned enterprises. And it's the proceeds that come from these natural resources that make them be able to project their influence across the globe. But if we decide to leave our natural resources in the hands of foreigners, multinational corporations, then we are not expecting any better future for us. And that is very dangerous. So, brothers and sisters, I encourage you to join the Light of Zambia movement, because it is the only movement with the unique and an unexplored ideology which can better the situation for the Zambian people. But as long as we stick to this system of governance called democracy, I'm telling you that we'll be running in a circle. And time and again we'll be calling our leaders failures, corrupt, this, that. It's all because of the system we are using. It cannot help but make them the kind of people that we see today. They promise this and do the other thing with their given power. You see? So it is all up to us, the voters, to change the situation for the better. Vote for the ideology, not for the person, not for the riches that somebody has garnered. Do you see? What we need is an ideology, a plan that is going to pull Zambia out of poverty. I think that is what is more important than anything else. So, brothers and sisters, I encourage you to support the Light of Zambia. Feel free to join, like this page, be part of this movement so that together we can deploy Ubuntu model of governance. And Zambia will be a better place going forward in the future. Thank you for watching. I'm saying, let there be light.